We are getting ready to be finished with the interiors in my Westwood project. For those of you that have been following along, thank you. I hope you guys are enjoying this series of videos that I have been creating. So now we're gonna move outside. We're gonna start with the outside. We're gonna start with we're gonna paint the exterior. We're gonna potentially do a feature wall. I'll drop some images in here so you guys can kind of get a sense of what we're thinking about doing. We're gonna redo the outdoor kitchen, and we're gonna there's already a dining area, but we're gonna like design that space, making it a little bit more functional. We're also gonna add a fire pit, and we're gonna add a water fountain. In the area where the house is, traffic can get a little bit hectic. So, I mean, it's LA, traffic is hectic, so you wanna build things around the garden that are going to muffle the sound a little bit more, so you're not, you know, sitting in the backyard and you're hearing traffic going by or people walking around. So water features are a great thing for that. So I have been sketching some ideas. I have been playing with Canva. It's mainly where I go to. If you're familiar with Canva, I'd be curious to see what you think about it. I love it. I have the professional version, which is like 20 bucks a month, I think. Anyway, but more importantly, I like to immerse myself in the world of books. I have a lot of books. I collect books. I brought books from England with me. I have books in storage. Every time I get an opportunity at a store, I look for books, whether it's an antique store, thrift store, or just, you know, regular stores. Like, I look for books. I look for books that are obviously, you know, related to design, but also like history and architecture and philosophy and art. And, you know, you'll be surprised how much inspiration there is in the books that you can pull from and kind of, you know, gather your ideas. So I like to immerse myself in that world a bit, start gathering some thoughts around that, and then start conceptualizing that. So obviously you want to take in consideration the climate that you're designing for. So, you know, in this particular case, it's a house in California, so you're going to have dry climate. So, you know, whatever you're going to do with landscaping or trees, you're going to have to keep that in mind. It does get a little bit chilly in the winter time, so you have to keep that in mind. So a fire pit, it's nice as well. The year where like it can rain a lot, and so you also want to think about that. So yeah, just like those things, you know, just kind of like keep that in mind as I'm like designing. Also, like, what kind of maintenance do they want to have? Do they want like something that is, you know, like drought tolerant, and, you know, like all that kind of stuff. So they're just things to kind of keep in mind as you're designing a space. The process of collecting and making a home look and feel homey. It's, you know, to bring pieces that have been around, you know. Thrifting is big. You know, it's a big part of the job. Sourcing for things that have a little bit more texture, and things that have been around, and, you know, pottery and stones, marbles, leather, things that have been in like maybe a family for 2 generations. Like, you know, this is a bookend. It's pretty beautiful, but it has some, you know, texture, and you can tell that it's been used. And so like, I think I paid like $10 for this. So like stuff like this will add a bit more personality to a home. Books, you know, collect books, chairs, and you know, things that are made out of wood and leather are going to be really good pieces you can add to a home, and are going to help you create an environment that feels a little bit more collected. Don't rush into buying everything at once. I think that that's like the big mistake people make, is like wanting to buy everything at once. Take your time, do some research, you know, kind of get to understand design styles, and there's so much out there, you know, that if you actually take the time to like look for things and research, and you know, if you have the privilege of like being able to travel, like visit stores in other areas and bring something with you, even if it's a small little thing that you can have in the house and it's going to remind you of that visit, or you know, if you have the means, you know, buy larger pieces and send them out. Like live in the space, get a sense for what the space is going to look and feel like, what you want to feel in the space. You know, how do you want to feel in that space? Do you want the space to feel light and breezy and coastal? Do you want the space to feel moody and more, you know, like sort of grounded? So like, you know, kind of develop that first, and then based on that, based on those emotions and those ideas, you can kind of build a concept around that. You know, like the project in Westwood, we wanted the space to feel coastal, mid-century modern, California mid-century modern. The ceilings are not that high, so I wanted to keep all the furniture, all the pieces of furniture, like low to the ground, as low to the ground as possible, so the space can visually stay open. So like when I was designing that space, I really kept that in mind. And mid-century modern tends to be furniture that it's a little bit more softer. It's, you know, has a lot of curvature. It's made out of, you know, some beautiful woods and very natural finish. So it tends to mimic a little bit more of like nature. So it tends to kind of give the space a little bit more of a calming environment. So, you know, she has a really big job. She's busy. She has a daughter. So like, I wanted the space to, you know, take all that stress away as soon as she walked in. So I wanted to feel certain tones and certain texture that reminded me of like the ocean, you know, the drapery that we did, it's linen, and a space that it's going to feel a little bit more grounded and interesting, and a space that tells a story. So that's the way that I'm going to approach also the exterior renovation. I want to do a stone in one of the walls just to, you know, have a little bit of that texture. I'm looking for some kind of gray or, you know, whitish, grayish stone. So I'm casting that out. As far as the color for the paint, I'm going to stick with color palette that we use in the inside. I'm going to stay within like that taupey, sort of earthy brown, you know, light browns that I use in the interior for the outside too. So yeah, those are some of the things that I keep in mind when I'm designing. So, you know, just like sometimes sitting in the afternoon and I sit back here and I make myself a cup of coffee and I just flip through a book or a magazine. And, you know, there's so much inspiration in books and magazines. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are having a good end of the week. It's Friday. It's been a busy week, and I am looking forward to the weekend. Again, thanks for taking the time to watch these videos, and subscribe. I know that everybody says that, subscribe, but it does help when you subscribe, and share with other people. I am doing this with the intention of documenting the process of what I'm doing and having an archive, so I can go back and look at, you know, the things that I've done, and also sharing my knowledge with others with August, but I'll speak to you guys very soon, okay?